I'm here with PC Gamer's Managing Editor of Hardware, Jacob Ridley, and during today's show, we're going to be building an awesome custom PC.
This PC will be a gaming powerhouse with an AMD Ryzen 9 9950 X3D, a Gigabyte Radeon RX 9070 XT, plus 32 gigabytes of Corsair Dominator Titanium DDR5 RAM.
Why do you think gamers should build their own PCs?
Well, there's lots of reasons. Cost is definitely one because you can absolutely save money over pre-built computers by buying parts separately and putting them together yourself. PCs are also one of the few electronics in your life you can build at home. Do you know anyone who's built their own television?
My Uncle Bertram did. He worked on it for weeks, but it just turned out to be a cardboard box with some angry bees in it. He called it BTV, and it stung us. It stung all of us.
Exactly my point. We're also living in an age where we're losing the power to repair electronics ourselves. What happens when something goes wrong with your smartphone? You have to take it to someone to get it fixed, or more likely, have it replaced completely. If you've built your own PC, not only will you become more knowledgeable about diagnosing problems, you'll have a better chance of being able to fix it yourself.
Let's get to work.
So first thing we're going to do is swap this bracket out, which is actually one of the more boring jobs, but it's got to be done. So the bracket has this little levering arm. Pull that up, and if you move this up, you'll see the pins on the motherboard. These are highly sensitive to thumbs jabbing in there and absolutely destroying them. We're equipping the rig with an AMD Ryzen 9 9950 X3D processor. This is the fastest 16-core consumer CPU money can buy. It combines the best parts of every processor ever made. So what we're going to do is drop the CPU in very carefully and then give it a little wiggle left and right. Make sure it's all lined up, and then when we put this back on with the socket cover still on, when we then put this lever down, the socket cover pops off. Right, next we're going to go onto the RAM. There are slots that you want to use first for your memory. They actually are marked on the motherboard itself. It'll say first and say A2 and B2, these two here. It might be different, but it is pretty much always those two.
This one's color-coded as well. I've not seen a motherboard where they actually differentiate the colors between the slots.
Yeah, so those are reinforced.
So the reinforced ones are the ones you want.
Yes. And these are the actual sticks of RAM, while we've got a light enhancement kit, and you don't want to mix those up because you might end up with really slow memory. So,
and these have got loads of gold bits on them, that's how you tell.
Yeah, otherwise they're completely identical. Might be easy to mistake which one. Right, put that in, make sure they click nice. And then we can drop these ones in as well. Undo these clips, and these clips on the bottom. We're going to put this bracket on now. We've got the CPU in place. This is for our liquid cooler again, so get that slotted on.
I noticed there's no thermal paste, so I'm guessing that the liquid cooler's already got the thermal paste applied?
It does, but also I wouldn't put it on just yet, because you can put thermal paste on once it's in the case. It's pretty goopy, it will stay on there, so you don't have to worry about it, because if you put it on now, I don't know, you might end up with thermal paste everywhere, on your carpet, something like that.
That's part of the fun.
Every single mouse pad I own is covered in thermal paste. Last thing I like to do when it's outside the box is do the SSD. We've got a Gen 5 SSD, so super quick, but the best thing about this motherboard is you can just pop this little lever, this whole heatsink comes off, and then you can just drop this one in as well. Push that in, and then it has a little twisty bit to lock it in place. There we go. And then we just put that back on.
That's such a quality of life change.
Yeah.
They've made PC building in the last less than a decade, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it just, you know, no tiny screws, and a lot of the time these things I have like 3 screws each, and even this whole one on this motherboard, that will also come off, and then you have loads more SSD slots there too. So you shouldn't run out. Right, now we're going to load this into the PC. You probably should do this while it's laying flat, but we're Mavericks, so we're just going to do it this way.
So do you want me to hold it in any way, or is it all right?
Yeah, once we get it lined up,
okay.
Right about.
Do I need a step stool?
That should do it. Right, now
hold it?
Yeah, if you hold that right there.
I'm not tall enough, Mum.
Oh no. You can hold it by the RAM, it's fine.
Can I? Okay, I'm holding it by, yeah.
It'll be all right. And we're going to get the rest of these in. Thank you for your assistance on that. we're going to put the cooler in here, which means we need some fans and we need a liquid cooler, and then we'll get that all connected up to make sure our CPU is going to stay nice and chilly. We're going to swap the fans on this Trix Panorama 360 cooler because we want them all to match, and we've got a bunch of other these Fantex fans we're going to put in. So that does mean we're going to have to do a lot of unscrewing. Actually, you know what?
Do you want me to do anything?
Do you want to do some as well?
I thought you'd
Okay.
never ask. I'm not normally trusted with these things. You hold them like this, right?
Less threatening, more unscrewing. These are normal fans. They're going to blow air out that way, and when we have it mounted here, it's going to blow air, hot air.
How do you tell that it's which way round it needs to go?
So the fans, these have the struts on the back here, and
okay.
they have just the regular fan. And sometimes you'll see there's a little diagram on the fan that says which direction it's going to blow. These ones do not have it though, unfortunately.
So that's the outwards because it looks prettier?
Yeah.
Cool.
So we're going to do that. Okay. Right, and we probably should connect up some of these fans here and then into this one. And then it's ready to go into our motherboard. So we're going to orient it into the case now. And
do you need me to hold things or
yes.
screw things?
You can definitely be holding stuff. I think if we hold it up there like that now. Right, let's line those up. Perfect. Oh, well, you can let go now. Oh, you could have let go ages ago.
Great.
I have a lot of thermal paste on me, but actually this cooler comes with a whole bunch attached to it. Makes it a little easier to install. And what we're going to do is try and thread these in diagonal so that we put even pressure on the CPU, and even though that thermal paste is all spread out, it'll help keep even contact on the CPU for better temperatures. So important to do that. Don't just tighten one all the way and then leave the rest. Can you hold that?
Oh, okay. I thought you needed my tiny fingers.
Maybe actually. Right, I'm gonna tighten these up. Okay, we're good.
Yep.
Now we're gonna connect this one fan header up here before we get a little bit too stuck. And we'll cable manage that later, so we don't have to worry too much about that. Right, now I'll get the PSU and we'll connect all the cables we need and then put it in the back and just run those so that we're ready to go for all the other components.
What wattage are we looking at here?
1000 watts,
Okay.
so that'll be more than enough for the RX 9070 XT in this, but it's good to go overkill sometimes. It means your future upgrades, you have everything you need right there. So we're going to plug in as much as we need, so we definitely need some SATA cables. So this is your motherboard, 24 pin. And this is the benefit of a modular PSU, that you can plug in the cables you need and ditch the ones you don't need. And we will need all of these. We also need CPU one as well. Right, chuck that one in. And that one, thank you very much. Okay. So we've got SATA, we've got the motherboard, we've got absolutely heaps of power cables for the GPU, and we've got 2 CPU cables. So we're going to go around to the back of this case, and we'll install the PSU, and then we'll run some of those cables through. Here's one very large cable, which hopefully will fit straight into this side of the motherboard. And these ones are going up top. So, don't worry.
Oh, there we go. You did.
He's done this so many times before. It's like it's his literal job.
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
There you
Okay,
go.
cool. Awesome.
Going to mount them sort of
That way.
this way
Okay.
onto there. And what you'll have to do is flip it and then screw them in on that side through these. You just try and put this in.
Okay. Do you need me to hold it while you screw, or?
If you want to hold just up here, and we'll screw that in. And you know what the job after this is?
Connecting things?
No, it's putting more fans onto one more tray.
Oh, of course it is.
Yeah. So do you want to grab one of those fans out of that box?
Okay.
So you're going to do the one down there, and I'll do the one at the top.
This way?
Yeah.
Oh my! When you take off the shiny thing, you can suddenly like see into the void. It's like a void of infinite gaming possibilities. Keep up. Don't keep me
Mine's already
waiting.
in. Mine's already in there.
Yeah, but
Right.
I'm a fangirl.
Let's just get this in. Do you want to do the honours?
Okay.
Screw.
Which side? That side around?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that one.
Magnetic. In.
Oh, can't see it from the side.
Now I know why you want me to do the honours, because it's a horrible job. There we go. Is it in? I think that's in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now there's 3 more. Don't celebrate too early.
Hey, but where's the screw gone? It's run away.
Oh no.
What?
There's one job.
I know.
Where is it?
I don't know. It just disappeared.
What do you mean it just disappeared?
Oh, it's on the end of the screwdriver. Yeah, I can feel that. Yeah. Okay, cool. It's in. There you go.
Perfect. Right, so now we just got to connect all the rest of these fans to one another, which is going to be a fun job. But I think what we should focus on now is getting the GPU sat in there. Right. Very careful bit here.
Wait for that click.
It's not quite clicking. Oh, there we go. Now it will. There we go.
There
right.
we go.
Make sure that doesn't go anywhere. Does that get your seal of approval?
It does.
This GPU is actually quite small by modern standards, mostly because you'd probably be way out here, and you know, that's why you need one of these things. But this is actually a 9070 XT. You can dissipate it with a smaller cooler, and that's why it's not huge. Although, you know, go back 10 years and that would be the largest graphics card you could buy, so that's the trend.
It's not huge, but it's kind of a big deal.
Right, we're going to try and put this bit in. We're going to try and line it up nicely. There you go, that's one supported GPU. Right, run this cable through. We're getting close to it's all sorted. We're going to have to try and make this look a little nicer, aren't we?
I've got a technique I always use. A montage.